Hello, everyone. This is Lauren Israelson, President of the United Natural Products Alliance. Welcome once again to the UNPA YouTube channel. Today, it's my real honor to have as a guest Heather Wainer, Publisher, Vice President of Media for WholeFoods Magazine. Heather, welcome.
Thanks, Lauren. So good to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Especially pleased because WholeFoods Magazine is truly one of the pioneer publications in the natural products industry going back to 1984. And so the collective institutional knowledge that your team has is remarkable. And just a word, tell us about how did the magazine begin and the adventures you've seen over these many years.
Wow. I don't think we have that much time, Lauren, but thanks. And coming from you, that means so much. Thank you. Well, 1984, I was a child, so I wasn't working yet. But in 1984, my father was working for a different magazine, and his partner at the time, Larry Hessler, was he owned a magazine, but he was looking for a workhorse and looking for someone that just knew the whole industry and looking for someone that could just work it. He and my dad came together. Larry had money. My dad just had pure grit, desire. He had a child to support and loved the industry. So it was a marriage made in heaven, or whatever you want to call it. And from there, they went forward, and they really did great work together. And my father grew. I mean, no one has more integrity than my father. Well, you do more than a lot of people, but he didn't tell anyone he was leaving till the day before, sold contracts in the other magazine the day before he left this one, showed up at another trade show wearing a Whole Foods hat, and people were like, what? That magazine's no longer in existence. So obviously he did something right. And here we were in 2000, then we did buy Larry out. And now we've been the sole owners since 2000 and been going strong. Being independent is very different in this world, as we see even with a lot of the companies in this industry. M&As are the name of the industry, and we do have giants that are our competitors, but luckily they're really good friends as well, and we work well together. So it's been fun, and I've learned and grown the industry and have really learned how to take the helm and be there. I've now been working full time as an employee probably since 1992. That probably dates me a bit. But yes, so I've learned, and as I know, DSHEA is near and dear to your heart. I basically started right when DSHEA was being passed, so I got a full education really fast.
Yeah, you sure did. Yeah, what a time to join the industry. Well, because you're still independent and able to really look at the industry really from the neighborhood retailer community as a primary focus, that is so critical. This is what made our industry. And naturally, with the pandemic, tremendous shift to online sales. How is the independent neighborhood health food retailer doing?
It depends on the store. They've had their troubles for sure. A lot of them had to adapt. The past 2 years have been really interesting for them.
Yeah.
They've had to, get to curbside or get into delivery if they haven't done it already. Just pretty much get up to speed. A lot of them had to update their whole ordering system. And how they deal with orders to get online orders. So some were really set up for this, but others had to really come up to speed fast. And then you take the other side of it. They were frontline workers. They were right there. And obviously, and the beauty of it for all of us was that natural products were selling and that people wanted them. Yeah. So they were busy, but they had to deal with people not wanting to wear masks and yelling at them. And, it's been a hard 2 years for them, but some have decided to get out. The numbers have definitely shrunk a bit, unfortunately, but those will and those have wanted to go stronger. And a lot of it has been deteriorating anyway, just because as we get to, I'm a second generation family business. Our retail of the year this year, Marlene's, it's a second generation. So, a lot of the people are going second, third. There's a lot of great stores that are, but a lot of them, the kids just weren't interested anymore. Yeah. So they had to move on, and that was part of it. And the other part is that it's a way different way of doing business than it used to be. I mean, distributors now rule everything. There's only a few out there. So it's hard for them to get their deals and get what they need and, basically be able to compete with mass market and, of course, Amazon.
Yeah,
Um,
it's tough out there. It's tough out there. And we so admire the neighborhood community health food store that was always a place where people could gather. And it was a place of refuge. And we certainly want to support them. And thank you for all you do to continue to feature them and make sure that they remain as a center part of the conversation of the industry. And we would all be sad the day comes that we lose our local health food stores. So thank you
I
for
think
that.
brick and mortar will have a place. Oh, we'll always have a place and we'll be there. But yeah, they're special people, and they don't deal with, what they have to deal with is not what we have to deal with. We deal with other things, of course, but
That's true. They're the,
but
well, during DSHEA, I can tell you that it was the independent health food store that carried the day for the industry. And we owe them a great debt of gratitude as well as recognition. And without them, we wouldn't have DSHEA. And without DSHEA, very hard to predict what this industry would look like today. So
I agree. I remember, as I said, it was a little foggy for me because I was just starting, but I remember having the petitions and putting in the magazine and telling them to fill it out, and they were, yeah.
The stories we could tell about how retailers were doing Blackout Day and covering up.
I remember that. I forgot about that. I totally, but I remember that now. Yeah.
Can you imagine? It was really something special. There's a couple of other things I wanted to mention as well. I had a chance to go through and look on your website at your 2008, some of the issues in 2008. You were covering GMO foods, dietary supplements for mood support, and mushrooms. 2008, which just a great.
Here we are.
Here we are. These three topics could not be more topical in 2021, nearly 22.
Absolutely.
And, you were covering these things 15, 20 years ago. So the foresight of the publication also, we want to say, well done.
Thank you.
Helping develop trends and building the language. People needed to learn how to even talk about these things. So that's something I admire in the publication. And also, I would like to tell you how much we are thrilled to see that your person of the year in 2021 is our friend Howard Schiffer, president of Vitamin Angels. There's not a nicer man on the planet. And wow, what a great selection in WholeFoods Magazine. So that's probably a great way to celebrate what you've done and to honor people who really deserve it. And I know you know Howard personally and have actually been to Peru with him, which is a great
I got to go to Peru and Honduras. Actually, Howard was on the trips, but I went with the Vitamin Angel people. They were 2 trips that I'll cherish a lifetime and have just been so special. And and going through, I mean, obviously the past couple of years have been tough for people, and just trying to figure out, it's modeled after time. So sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not, but we knew we needed a good one to get us through this time. And there's no one better than Howard. And the story, Maggie did such a wonderful job on it. And the story just is phenomenal. It really does go through Howard's career and where he is and what he's accomplished and what they're trying to accomplish. I mean, they have lofty goals.
They do.
Going to 2030, and I know they'll succeed. But and of course, yesterday was Giving Tuesday. Yesterday, today's Thursday. A couple of days ago was Giving Tuesday, and they had a great campaign there too. And hopefully everybody gave then, because they need the help. And they're special, and we've been so proud to be a part of it. Again, we can't do what other companies could do, but we do what we can do. And we were just so honored to have him on our cover.
Well, couldn't have been a better choice. I was so thrilled when I saw him. So again, thank you. Congratulations on that selection. And congratulations to WholeFoods Magazine for such a long and important role in the industry and being there along the way, supporting local retailers and literally helping us build the language and the culture of the industry. So we wish you long success, and we are so pleased you could join us today for this interview. So thank you so much. Heather Wainer, Publisher and Vice President of Media at WholeFoods Magazine. We'll see you again soon.
You got it. Thanks.
Thank you.